basic form, the Lotec C1000 is a road car version of the Group C Sauber C9. Lotec was founded in the 60s by a gentleman named Kurt Lauterschmidt, who founded a tuning company and a race car parts supplier for the likes of Mercedes and Ferrari. It's a German company and was heavily involved with the development and supplying components to Mercedes Sauber in the Group C era. There was a gentleman, Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum, part of the Dubai royal family. He had a vision. He wanted the fastest, coolest, most outrageous road car than anybody else in the world. At the time, Sauber was really developing the most cutting-edge race cars in the Group C era. So the Sauber C9, C10, C11. He got connected with Kurt Lauterschmidt. They decided to get together and he decided to hire them to work in conjunction with Mercedes and Lotec to build something just completely outrageous, something that had never been done before, using as a basis the most technologically advanced race cars of the era. The project was started actually in 1991 and took about 4 years to complete. Sometimes it's called the Lotec Mercedes C1000. The reason for that is Kurt Lauterschmidt and Lotec was working closely with Mercedes and with Sauber, developing engine components for the race cars. Although Mercedes didn't actually build the car, they were quite involved in research and development and working with Lotec to make sure that the car is put together and works properly. The motor is a Mercedes M117 5.6 liter V8. It has twin turbo that Lotec developed for the engine, all in conjunction with Mercedes, making sure that the car is supposed to be a road car. It's a carbon monocoque with carbon composite body panels, and the 1000 is the first car ever built that develops 1,000 horsepower. The first road car, I should say, that develops 1,000 horsepower. The design is something that is one of the things that got me to fall in love with the car immediately. You can see the Group C era, the way the diffuser is set up with the wing. Clearly, when you look at it, it's very, very aggressive. I feel like this car really does look like a spaceship. There's no bad angle, and every angle gives you something different to look at. The car, interestingly enough, did come with an owner's manual that was built specifically for the car. It is 8 pages long. There is one warning about the car that is super cool. The gentleman, Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum, really wanted the car to hit that 1,000 horsepower. Kurt Lauterschmidt of Lotec, who built the car, he got it there, but he couldn't say that it was completely safe to drive at that level. So there is actually a short paragraph that says, once the turbos are turned up to 1.2 bar and the car is creating 1,200 Newton meters of torque, if it were to drive in that condition, that would then void the warranty. Which is just like insane, because that's exactly how he drove it. And interestingly enough, the car does drive fine, turned all the way up. It's happy above 60, 70 miles an hour. Anything below that, you can tell it wants to be going faster. It being a straight cut 5-speed transmission, it's not this nice casual shift. You're slamming it from gear to gear. It has a modified data computer screen that gives you like the temperatures and different gauge information. You're not having to flip through screens on a small racing dash. So there's all this thought process that was put into place with the backing and the blessing of Mercedes at the time. I bought the car through some friends of mine at Curated who had found the car, essentially Curated and their team took the car and got it running very, very well. So the first time I actually drove it wasn't until about 1.5 years after I bought it, and it was at Pebble Beach. That was something that had been a dream of mine for years and years. I never really had a car that was going to be at that level to have that invitation. A lot of work and effort and thought went into getting it ready to be there. What that's opened up has been absolutely incredible. The relationships that I've made with people that I met and getting to bond with other crazy car enthusiasts, because you're talking about people that are putting just an obscene amount of time, love, and care into their car. So when I meet somebody like that, we hit it off immediately. You get to share in the perspectives. And so when you hear people tell stories about their cars or how they acquired it or the first drive that they went on, it sort of makes you think about some of those experiences that you've had as well. I get to share in the appreciation that I have with other people. And I'm always learning about it. I mean, anytime I'll take the Lotec out, there'll be some enthusiast that has a little tidbit that maybe I didn't know. Very happy to have taken third place in the wedge class. An absolute dream come true. When I think about a car as a collectible item, sure, there may be some cars that are more kind of put away. I guess for me, that never really scratched the itch. I want to get a car that not only is special, is unique, is collectible, but that I can go out and drive. When it comes to the Lotec, there's no two drives that are the same. I'm constantly learning how the car is going to react. It kind of makes you want to push it a little bit more and a little bit more. I've certainly thought about going and trying to make a high-speed run and seeing if we can find the 268 mile an hour. It's definitely in the back of my mind. It's going to be at the Peterson. They're having this super cool 80s and 90s one-off exhibit. So it's going to be going out there for about a year or so. And then we'll see. Maybe we'll do a high-speed run and see if we can hit that 268 mile an hour. The C1000, being a one of one, is super unique. The only car of the era that's based off of a Sauber. There's this appeal to me personally when it's a true one of one. The amount of effort that went into it, the amount of technology, the amount of thought, the amount of design work that went into building this car sets it apart from anything else, specifically because there's nothing else out there that's like it. So in the world of collector cars, there are loads of really, really special, really unique cars in very limited production. This car is truly the only car that exists, and the thought that that's the only one of one is just something that can't be replicated, and there's something extremely appealing about that. My name is Jonathan Wiseman, and I'm driving the 1995 Lotec C1000.